You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So the Georgia Tech rivalry delivered another tense chapter, and this one was anything but a high-scoring shootout. It felt like one of those games where every yard had to be earned, and every mistake carried weight. Georgia ended up taking the win 16-9, and honestly, the score tells you everything you need to know. This was a defensive grinder from start to finish. The night actually started with Georgia Tech jumping ahead early. They struck first with a field goal, putting the Bulldogs on their heels for just a moment, but Georgia didn't panic. Instead, they settled in, tightened up defensively, and responded with 13 straight points before halftime. What made it even more interesting was that neither team managed to find the end zone in those first two quarters. It was all about field goals, field position, and waiting for someone to crack. Georgia's breakthrough finally came midway through the third quarter, when they punched in the only touchdown of the night on a short run. That score pushed them ahead 16-3, giving them just enough of a cushion to work with. Tech fought back with 2 more field goals, but that was as close as they could get. They never really mounted a serious threat to tie the game, mainly because Georgia's defense kept swallowing up any hint of momentums. One of the biggest stories from the first half was how thoroughly Tech was bottled up. They were held to under 80 total yards, which, in a rivalry game like this, might as well be a brick wall. Georgia's offense wasn't explosive by any means, but it didn't have to be. They leaned on ball control, great special teams play, and even knocked through a 50-yard field goal to keep Tech at arm's length. This win puts Georgia at 11-1, and that's huge for their postseason hopes. They're still right in the thick of the college football playoff conversation, and every win matters this late in the season. On the other side, Georgia Tech drops to 9-3. That's still one of their best seasons in years, but this loss definitely stings. A win here could have boosted their bowl position and finally broken Georgia's streak. Instead, the Bulldogs extend their domination, now 18 wins in the last 21 matchups of this rivalry, known as clean, old-fashioned hate. It may not have been the flashiest game, but it delivered that tough, grinding style that defines this matchup. And as both teams move toward bowl season, only Georgia gets to carry that rivalry momentum into December. Stay subscribed for more videos.